What's up guys, BltzZ here today bringing you another video. Earlier today there was an event for Final Fantasy 7 Remake Intergrade and Resident Evil 8. This event was to showcase slightly more details and give a little, and I mean really a little bit more insight. Because they didn't really give us a lot to work with outside of Kitase providing maybe a little slip up, while extending the original footage from 3 minutes to almost 6 minutes as well. Some of this footage may seem new, but if you ask me, since I do a lot of editing in this field, this is the exact same footage but just a little bit longer cuts, maybe 5 to 6 seconds longer in each scene showcase compared to the original trailer. Maybe this trailer was originally made for the initial reveal, but they cut it down to fit a time constraint during the State of Play event. Then decided they could reuse this footage another time instead of dropping a whole entire new trailer, which if you guys ask me, I am totally fine with, because after their final trailer of Remake last year, basically spoiling the entire game, I just want to avoid as much of that as possible in regards to the Yuffie DLC. So thank you guys. Even though I already have a general idea of how the Yuffie DLC just might play itself out, we already have created a video on this, so you guys should definitely check that out on the top right. But I want to add more to that thanks to what Kitase does in this video. But before we do that, I want to talk about some other things Kitase had mentioned in this interview as well. Kitase mentioned specifically that they hired a team of 10 lighting professionals to work on Intergrade. They were able to cast more emphasis on the characters and the layout thanks to this. He said it's the first time this was actually ever done in this way for any of their games. I know there's lots of concerns about the colors for Remake on PS5 looking a little bit more washed out when side by side compared to the PS4 version. I can see that too. But remember, we're not going to be playing this side by side staring at the PS4 version while playing the PS5 version. So I don't see this as being a constant hindrance for myself and you guys as well. There are lots of people just nitpicking lots of things for reasons, which you guys are well within that right to do so, of course. But to say that this is game breaking is a bit of a stretch if you ask me. I mean, trust me, I get weird comments like this all the time. Also, consider the fact that we are witnessing this footage on YouTube, where the bitrate is severely crunched down when compared to watching raw footage. And of course, this is all developmental footage subject to change. Maybe this was collected back in January and February, and it may look entirely different by release time in June. So take that into consideration. One of the hosts of this event says that she noticed that in the Shinra building, it seems that they changed and added more leaves to the branches of the tree in the building, in a joking way. But really they did. Let me look at the footage. It looks completely different from the PS4 version. It kind of makes me excited to see for myself in about 2 months what changes I can see with my own eyes. Another thing Kitase says is that they added fog to certain areas to add a sense of realism to the location, which for me personally, I'm not a huge fan of, to be honest. I don't think we need fog or felt that the immersion was in question in these areas. Just the skyboxes really being fixed and having 60 frames per second was good enough for me, but I do appreciate the extra effort. Kitase also mentioned that the drive to improving the lighting and textures were because the PS4 version had issues showcasing these to the players, so they directly went to the PS5 to fix that for the player's experience. Another reason I'm hopeful that Remake Part 2 does not come to PlayStation 4, guys, because I want Remake to be the best quality and the best possible product for us as fans to enjoy. Ultimately, at the end of the day, that's all I care about. In regards to the photo mode, you guys already know I'm going to be bringing you guys all that heat, especially when it comes to our thumbnail game on these videos. But also, according to Kitase, they brought in photo mode because the graphics and textures were so greatly improved. They wanted to give players an outlet to take photos of them and show it off as well. So definitely looking forward to seeing you guys share all of that stuff on social media and seeing Square Enix even retweet a couple of them. If you notice in the background of Kitase's footage, you can clearly see that he has a Barret and Cloud plushie that was recently announced to be on sale, which is cool and all. But the actual big reveal here is that only 26.7% of you guys that watch and love these videos are currently subscribed. Guys, let's raise that percentage bar even higher and make sure to join the channel today. Remake Intergrade is dropping soon, and of course we will be streaming that Yuffie DLC as soon as possible. Looking forward to making more game-breaking builds for you all and seeing how far I can push Yuffie and Sonon's gameplay in Intergrade. We're getting back to streaming more Final Fantasy VI as well this week, so you definitely don't want to miss out on that one. It's my first time playing it as a Final Fantasy VII fanboy, and I'm absolutely loving Final Fantasy VI a lot. Being a subscriber is totally free and helps support the channel out a ton, so be sure to join today so you guys don't miss out on what's looking to be a hell of a fun summer coming near you on this very channel, guys. Now, the biggest takeaway for me in this event, and the reason why I wanted to make this video, is when they were talking about Jessie's parents scene, where Cloud goes with them to her house and helps them steal her father's ID. Kitase says to him that this makes Jessie feel more of a main character within the story, rather than how they were smaller characters in the original game. Then the female MC says that's why she believes Jessie is still alive. Kitase then starts laughing and sort of nervously rocks left and right. Then the MCs poke fun at him saying, hey, it looks like your internet is kind of freezing up a little bit. What's going on in your end? Kitase then says, "I'm sorry, but I cannot say any more on that subject," so they decided to move on. This moment here makes me feel like our predictions in the Yuffie DLC video that Yuffie and Sonon save Jessie, Biggs, and Wedge before the plate crashes all the more believable. Just to break it down shortly, I believe that Yuffie, working with those other Avalanche members, gives her the chance to work alongside with or talk with Wedge, Biggs, and Jessie while Barrett and Tifa are away scouting information on Don Corneo and his men. Yuffie and Sonon, after Cloud and Tifa go to the top of the pillar to battle Reno and Rude, they make their way up the pillar, find Biggs who passed out, and they also recover Jessie's body. After bringing them down, they decide to also look for Wedge and find him as the plate is collapsing. They all fall below into the deep ground facility, which we later explore as Cloud and Barrett and Tifa later. This also explains why Wedge's body is found so far into the facility later on by Barrett, Tifa, and Cloud. Yuffie and Sonon are also seen in the trailer fighting off deep ground enemies, and I think this takes place exactly in those moments where they have just saved and found Wedge. Make sure you guys check out that video on the channel for the full breakdown of how I think the DLC will play out if you guys don't mind the spoilers. But also, I'm now thinking that when Wedge in the Shinra building gets thrown out of the window, maybe Yuffie and possibly Sonon find him there and save him once more. Assuming Sonon is alive, because he very well may die in the deep ground facility. Yuffie is in Midgard, remember, to steal the ultimate materia from Shinra, so it makes sense that she would go there eventually during those moments towards the end of Remake. And at the end of her DLC, possibly save Wedge again. Let me know what you guys think about this, because Kitase's reactions don't deny it, but they hella confirm something is up. And that's pretty much it for this event, guys. Super glad, to be honest, that I didn't wake up extra early to stream this, as I had myself a pretty long weekend, and part of me felt like there wasn't going to be any big news drops coming out from this event. God bless Kitase for his weak poker face, but Jessie fans, there's still hope that third best girl makes it into the next game, and I'm betting that we'll be seeing her in the gold saucer eventually. What do you guys think about this? Let me know in the comments below. Shoutouts to everyone who recently joined on the channel. There are many newcomers here who recently just got to play Final Fantasy VII Remake for the first time on the PS Plus edition, which is awesome, and it's making me want to go back and finish up those boss guides for you all. We're coming up to a monumental time for us here on the channel, and it's looking to be a great time with you all, and I can't wait to see where this takes us. Final Fantasy VII fans have their work cut out for them over the next few years, as we will be getting continued support on this amazing series we all love, after being dragged along and teased for many years with minimal releases. Happy to be back making videos for you guys, and I'm itching to play more Final Fantasy VI this week, so I definitely don't want you guys to miss out on that one. What do you guys think about my Yuffie DLC story interpretation video? Let me know in the comments below. Be sure to like the video if you enjoyed, and subscribe if you are new. More Final Fantasy VII Remake videos are coming your way, and you won't want to miss them. My name is BltzZ, and thanks for watching.